Hey, we're Between Lines and Lands, and today we're doing an episode of Am I the Asshole for Reddit stories. And the lovely Miss Kimlin is going to be going first today.
Oh, but also first news. We did a podcast today on the Chris Voss show that has millions and millions of listeners. So very grateful for that. We crushed it.
Yeah, it was our first being interviewed podcast, and it went really, really well. Like, we were both extremely nervous, but I think we crushed it.
Yeah. So yeah. And then we had champagne afterwards, which was nice.
Champagne.
Yes, and charcuterie.
Yeah, champagne and charcuterie. Anyways, here's for the stories. Am I the asshole?
Okay. So a little one at first. Am I the asshole for leaving dinner early after my boyfriend's friend introduced me as the current one?
Ooh, I seen this one. I was looking for one, and I was thinking about this one. I didn't read the whole thing, so...
So my boyfriend, 31 male, invited me to dinner with his old college group. One of his female friends, 30 female, who I've never met before, came late, looked me up and down, and then said, "Oh, so you're the current one, I take it." Cute. I was stunned. No one laughed. No one corrected her. My boyfriend just kind of chuckled awkwardly and changed the subject. I sat there in silence for another 20 minutes before excusing myself and leaving. I took an Uber home. He called me later and said I embarrassed him by making it a thing, and I should have been chill, because she didn't mean anything by it. He wants me to apologize to her for walking out like a child. Am I the asshole for not tolerating this type of blatant disrespect?
Ooh, I know you think he's the asshole.
Yeah.
And I totally agree. Like, if you didn't defend me in that situation or vice versa, like...
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, like, firstly, like, who are you?
Yeah, that too. Just the fact that she, you have no idea who she is. Like,
yeah.
Never mentioned you before. It's just like, oh yes, here's this lady.
Yeah, like, secondly, like, what gives you the audacity to comment on me and my relationship?
Yeah.
Like, I'm the closest person to my person. Like, don't get any ideas here. Like... Excuse me.
Yep.
Getting so riled that, like...
Yeah.
Have to cough it out. Yeah.
So I think definitely she is not the asshole, because yeah, if that was you, like, roles were changed and you brought some random guy and he said that to me, oof.
Well, firstly, I would have attacked him.
Yeah.
Like, verbally and physically.
Yeah. Like, I guess it would be the only thing that would be, like, a little bit different if they were, like, a really, really, really close friend or a family friend or something like that, where, like, I'd still defend you, but, like, maybe I wouldn't go, like, hard into them. I'd be like, hey, like, you shouldn't have said something like that. Obviously, you upset her. Can you please apologize to her?
I think, like...
I don't think I'd go totally in on them, because maybe it's some people's lame attempt of a joke. I'm just saying, if it was someone really close.
Yeah,
like, think of it like an
that's...
uncle or something like that. Like, you wouldn't, like, you know, just automatically, like, get really, really mad at them right away, because you kind of want to keep the moment chill if you can, if there's a salvageable space for it.
Yeah.
But if it's just some random, totally go off the wall at them, like...
Yeah, like, and when I mean go off the wall, I don't mean, like, you know, throwing F-bombs and stuff. I just mean, like... Excuse me? What did you mean by that?
Yeah.
You know, those two sentences can give the person a huge time to reflect, like, clarify, and realize that they're being an asshole. Like, honestly, like, when you point out to someone that their behavior is unacceptable, 9 times out of 10, they're going to...
I wouldn't say 9. I'd say there's a good, like, 30-40% of people who will be on the defense. Like,
yeah, that's true. But, like, a lot of the time, like, my mom's actually really good at it. Like pointing out someone's misbehavior in a way that's not aggressive.
Yeah.
So, like, that's kind of what she did to me my whole life. Like, when I was misbehaving or, like, treating her with disrespect, you know, instead of being like, she would always be like, wow, do you think that was nice?
Yeah, like give you a moment to think about it. Yeah, I get that. I get that.
And then that makes you feel so shit.
Yeah, well, you're the one realizing it, but I think that was also really good for her to do that to you, because it gives you the capability to reflect and not, like, be on the defense right away kind of thing, because you had that moment to think about what you were doing. And like being raised that way is totally different from, obviously people that were coddled or whatever, where they'll be on the defense. It's like, no, I'm always right because mommy and daddy never told me I was being an asshole when I was being an asshole.
Yeah, and it was always like the other person's fault, like the friend's fault or whatever. Yeah, that's true. But also, I think like staying for the 20 minutes, I think she gave everyone an ample opportunity to do the right thing. Yeah,
there was an attempt made to like make things chill. So like the boyfriend being like, you ruined things kind of situation. Yeah, like he's definitely being an asshole.
And those quotations that he said to her, like being like a child and blah 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 blah, that all obviously came from the friend, because those are things that women say. That's not like typical, like a dude's not gonna say things like that typically.
I would, if they were being a child.
Yeah, but nothing about what she did was being like a child.
No. So like that, I see where you're coming from, where that was probably like trained, like they coached him kind of what to say almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Or just put it in his head.
100% put it in his head, yeah. And I mean, if you're not a person who's big on confrontation, which I totally get, like being in the boyfriend's position, the best thing that you could have done is said like, hey, we need a moment, or let's go get a drink at the bar, or like there's so many things that you could do to pull your person aside and say like, hey, that wasn't cool, I don't want to cause a scene, I'll talk to her about it later, or we'll never see her again, or you know what I mean?
There was definitely ample opportunity, and like and I get sometimes like being that person, like you don't always know how the other person takes something or whatever, so like you have to like communicate. Like the girlfriend should have went to the boyfriend kind of and been like you said, take that like little sidebar for a moment and been like, hey, I really didn't like what she said, like can we do something about this? Or like you said, okay, we're not going to be seeing her anymore, or A, B, and C. There could have been something that would have made her feel better to continue on the evening.
100%, yeah.
So like maybe like this is one of those situations though where I don't feel like she needed to say something, but if she did, the evening could have went differently.
Yeah, I agree. But I think with him not doing anything, like not sticking up for her, not sidebarring with her, like he kind of showed her how much he values her. Yep. So I think walking away was the best thing to do if she intends to end the relationship. If she does, but like, communication's everything in a relationship. It really is. And like sometimes you don't see the other person's point of view, and like in a moment kind of thing, like you're kind of swept up in and out, like you and me both being introverted people, like going to do something out with other people, it's kind of like overwhelming, right? Like you might miss things or just try to brush things off because it's like you're a little anxious to begin with, right? So I can kind of see like his perspective, where maybe it wasn't like a disrespect towards her, it was just like trying to move past it, and then maybe we can talk about it later. But then he doubled down. I'm just saying, in a different scenario, it could have been better, and if she communicated, it possibly could have been better. Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. I don't think she's the asshole, but if she said something, it could have went differently, possibly. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying, like, if she valued the relationship, she would have stayed and had that conversation. Yeah, but if you're not wanting to continue the relationship, I think she did the right thing. I think so, too. Yeah. Okay, but anyways, time for my story. This one is called, Am I the Asshole for refusing to let my ex-husband's wife homeschool my children? Ooh, already a touchy subject. I already think no. Like, I don't think you're the asshole, because that's crazy. Yeah. So, I, 31 female, share 2 children, 9 male and 8 female, with my ex-husband Aaron, 35 male. Aaron's cheating ended our marriage, and before long he had moved in with Nicole, 34 female, and her children 11, 10, 8, and 6. Okay, this
Damn.
already sucks.
Aaron and Nicole have a 2-year-old together. Damn, she has a lot of kids. And they're expecting another. Holy, so that's 6 in total that she's going to have.
Oh, good.
Even before Aaron and Nicole met, she homeschooled her children. While my kids attend public school. This was mentioned as a problem before they were even married, but I ignored them. Now this has come up again and are being a thorn in my side about it. Sorry, I'm having a hard time seeing. I should probably get my glasses, but I'll get it for the other one. Nicole said it is unfair for her children to see mine go to school while hers do not. She told me her kids have become jealous and it's causing issues for her parenting and for her and Aaron's family. I told her this was not my problem and she needed to figure out how to manage that, which, yeah. As that is the life of the blended families. Not everything will be the same or equal for the kids from different marriages. Aaron asked me to homeschool a few times and I told him I would not entertain the idea. He even asked the kids who were worried when they came to me about it. They didn't want to leave their friends and teachers and they didn't want to stay home all day like Nicole's kids. I reassured them I would not be saying yes to homeschooling for them. Now Nicole and Aaron are on a mission to make me agree to Nicole homeschooling my kids alongside hers. Apparently they have a 2-year-old started into some form of pre-K homeschooling and they feel it's only fair for my kids to join in too. I said no. I even had my lawyer send their lawyer a letter officially stating my position on this. My lawyer has also documented everything. They asked their lawyer to take this back to court and get a judge to overrule me, but their lawyer told them this would not go in their favor. My ex was so unhappy about it that he told me all of this and gave me a chance to document that also. Now they're claiming I don't have a good reason to refuse other than to disrupt their home and to keep Nicole from playing a bigger role in the lives of my children, and to prevent sibling bonding between Nicole's kids and mine. I told them I have many reasons to say no, and they just need to accept it. I stopped replying after this, but school ended for the summer and I have been inundated, I don't know what that means, but inundated with pressure from them over this. They're worried that I'll send them to school in September as planned, which will happen. I feel like the kids wanting to go to school should also count, and I told Aaron this before, but am I the asshole for not being willing to try? It is really so hard to believe that I just want my kids to attend school normally.
Okay, like, the fact that her children are begging to go to school is a huge red flag.
That should count for everything.
That is a fucking insane red flag.
That should be, like, it should be what the kids want at the end of the day. This is what they've already been. It's like they're basically asking them to move to another, like, state or town or something like that, because like she said, the kids don't want to leave their friends, they don't want to leave their teachers and stuff like that. They enjoy school, which is a huge thing. Well, like, also you have to it kind of brings into question the quality of education that they're receiving, like, and those two kids are probably seeing that.
Well, 100%, that's what I'm saying, because, like, the only children that I know that have been homeschooled, who begged to go to school, are children who were not being taught. Yeah. Like, they weren't being socialized, they weren't being taught, they weren't in an accredited, because you do get homeschooling methods where you still go and you see the other children, you get an allocation of work, it's very structured. And then you get homeschooling where the person is just being a lazy sod at home, like, expecting kids to just sit around, like, and seeing both. I think the people who actually take their education seriously, and most of them, you know, have at least a degree in something, like, you know, those kids can turn out really well.
Oh, definitely.
Like, my one cousin was homeschooled and she's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, on the flip side, the other two homeschool kids that I know of never received a matric because they had the latter version of, which I'm assuming is what's going on.
Yeah, and it's just crazy that the two aren't respecting that. They're like, oh, this is the only way kind of thing, and if our kids are like this, then my kids in this previous marriage have to be like that, where you can't really expect that once you break up a family, when there's like splits and stuff like that. Like she said in her paragraph in the story here, that in split marriages and families, nothing's going to be equal, nothing's going to be the same all the time.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, I come from a blended family, and it's a very difficult thing to navigate, because especially with income and stuff like that, you know, there are gonna be some kids who get a better standard of living and more opportunities and stuff like that, and then kids who don't get as much, and that's no one's fault, you know. It's choices that the parents have made, and unfortunately that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, you know.
And to teach the kids, like, that's just how it is in life sometimes, because like this isn't going to be the only time they see unfairness and whatnot. Like, if they have that expectation throughout life, like, nothing's gonna be like too crazy on them, you know what I mean? Like, if they don't get a certain thing or whatever as adults or whatever, they're not gonna be breaking down, because, you know, they've already learned that, you know, things aren't always going to be equal.
Yeah, and like when things aren't equal, it kind of comes onto you. Like for example, like if you want a PlayStation 5 at 11, you know what I mean? Like, then, and you can't get one, but your brother got one, then like what do? You opt to maybe get a paper route, or you know what I mean? Like and
it's also up to the parents to be discussing this with their children, to be like, this is why they're homeschooled, because, you know, their mom and dad feel this way, and this is what they want for their kids, but for you guys, this is what we want for you, or this is what I want for you, right? And, you know, at the end of the day, like, the kids should have some say in it. Ultimately, when you are the parent, like, you know what you says goes, but like, the fact that they want to go to school and whatnot, that should count for something.
1000%. And the thing is, the other thing that I would like to know, which you didn't mention, was who the primary household is, or if it's a 50-50 split.
I don't know. I'm gonna say that she probably has her 2 kids more, seeing as they have 6 freaking kids to take care of. Like, Jesus, like, clothes. Like,
yeah, that is an insane, but I mean, yeah, and that's the other thing, you can kind of, I don't wanna wildly judge people, but yeah, like, the primary household should also have primarily the decision making.
Yeah, and if it's 50-50, then, you know,
it's a 50-50 split.
Yeah,
but like, ultimately,
but like, her opinion shouldn't count on their kids, you know what I mean? Like the ex-husband's new wife, her say shouldn't really come into what those 2 kids are doing.
100%.
And if they're on opposite sides, then maybe the court has to come in, but like, I think the judge in the court, obviously, like her lawyer said, they're gonna lose, honestly.
Like, and I think that's kind of what their lawyer was getting at. This could wildly backfire on them, because if the court finds out that there's negligence within the education that the children are receiving, especially if those children are under 12, they're gonna have to put them into school. So it could really backfire.
Did you want to go for another short one? She has one more short one, and then I got one more short one as well.
Okay, so I've got another short one, or I've got like a kind of like more interest. Oh, okay, well, I lost.
You can do whatever
anyways.
one you want.
Oh, I lost that one anyways, so it's fine. Okay, so am I the asshole for can't really remember what it was called, but it was like I like cut off the top of
you took a screenshot of it.
Because like normally if I just have it open, like it disappears, like it
you
just
can
happened.
Save them, you know.
Yes.
That's what I did.
Anyways. Basically he's like, am I the asshole for reacting like I told you so after like the thing happened the way that he told her it would happen. So he's a pro wrestler, he's now retired, he's in his 40s.
I've seen this one too.
His wife is 36 and she goes to the gym regularly. They have 3 children, 15 female, 11 male, 9 female. And all of the children have been enrolled in wrestling since the age of about 5 to 7. 2 of the children have completed their training. The youngest didn't enjoy it and opted for gymnastics instead. And basically, he was chatting with his wife. The topic of our daughter's wrestling tournament came up, and she asked me what do I think would happen if her and our daughter wrestled. And I told her that she has absolutely no chance. She answered, she would not beat me. I'm much stronger. I told her, you can try if you want to, but I'm telling you, you will get ragdolled. And she said, okay, let's do it then. So I called our daughter into the backyard and told her that her mom wants to wrestle. They wrestled while me and the other kids were watching, and just like I told her, my wife got handed with ease. When they were done, it did not last long. My wife laughed it off and acted fine, but as soon as it was only me and her, she said, you knew how that was going to go and you allowed it to happen. I said, yes, I told you so. And she said, you allowed me to get embarrassed in front of my own children. They're not going to respect me anymore. And I said that this wouldn't change the way that they looked at them. Anyways, am I the asshole?
No, you're definitely not the asshole because, like, you forewarned her, and I think she's just a little embarrassed and trying to take it out on somebody kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also it's kind of like a weird, like a weird take for her to think that her kids aren't going to respect her anymore because she can't physically dominate them.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's a little weird. Especially if they trained in something. Like if your child is trained in like taekwondo or whatever.
Yeah, expect them to be better at taekwondo than I am because I'm not trained.
Yeah,
like
1000%, yeah.
Yeah, I don't care if it's a kid's course or whatever. Like, I have no train. Well, actually, I did do taekwondo, but when I was little. But, like,
yeah, do you want to show me the moves?
I don't remember any. I was quite young, but I remember doing it for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Like, I got up there in belts quite a bit.
Yeah? What belt did you get to?
I think the one under brown. I think it was like purple or something like that.
Okay.
So I was in it for a long time, but I don't remember anything.
Oh.
I remember getting nunchucks, and I was like practicing with them, but that wasn't part of the course. I was just doing my own thing.
That's so cute.
But yeah, that was totally on her for reacting the way she did. Like, she could have like been humble about him and like, oh, okay, I wanted to know when I found out.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I mean, I guess it might be a little bit embarrassing, but if you're not proficient in something, you're not proficient. So, yeah.
I think it should have just been, like I said, a humbling experience because I think in her head, she's like, oh, yes, you're the child, so you can't be good at anything. I have to be better at it because I am an adult.
And I think there is kind of like a weird phase a lot of parents get quite strange in where the child starts overtaking in vitality.
But that's natural. That's the natural course of things.
It is natural, but a lot of parents get very weird about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that was kind of...
That was all on her.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one more. This is called Am I the Asshole for Wanting Her to Do More? My wife, 23 female, is pregnant. The pregnancy has been hard on her. She is really nauseous and has trouble keeping food down. Her blood pressure is also not quite high enough for preeclampsia. I'm assuming some sort of blood pressure medication, but still too high. So she's mostly been resting and eating soup and drinking milkshakes. For this reason, I have needed to spend every moment I'm not working either taking care of her or taking care of the house.
Why is she drinking milkshakes if she's got higher blood pressure?
Well, she's just having a hard time keeping food down, so I'm sure just needing nourishment.
Yeah, I get that, but you want to avoid sugar at this point.
You can make milkshakes without sugar.
Can you?
Not natural sugars, because I'm assuming you have to do fruit and stuff like that, but I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Anyways, my friend invited me on a really great 3-day trip, and initially I turned him down. However, my wife said we should try to find someone for a few days who can come over and help so I could go. I asked a few people, including my mom. My mom agreed to come over and check on my wife, cook for her, and tidy a bit for the 3 days I am gone. I thanked her and promised to do something really nice for her when I get back. I said I'd start by taking her to her favorite restaurant. Well, I did get back today. The house was a mess, and my wife looked exhausted. She said my mom didn't do anything except bring a casserole over, which my wife couldn't eat, every day and take out the trash, mostly consisting of the uneaten casserole. I was really mad and hurt. After I got to the house in order and my wife was resting, I called my mom to express my hurt. My mom said she brought food and helped tidy, but a grown woman shouldn't need everything done for her. She said I was being... Can you help me? Paternalistic. She told me my wife and I need to grow up, and I got mad, asked why she agreed to help instead of letting me find someone else or skip the trip. She said she did help, but she isn't a babysitter. We went back and forth, and I ended up calling her lazy and saying she was jealous that my wife and I actually care about each other, unlike her and my dad. She told me to screw myself. Am I the asshole for expecting her to do more?
No. Firstly, oh my word, people who say that they're going to help out and don't, especially when you're going away and you have no control. Like when people say that they're going to look after the dogs when we get back here and
it's a mess, or like the dogs are like not fed or something. I hate that.
Yeah, because then you feel guilty, number one, because your dogs haven't had enough care. And I mean, this is worse. Like,
yeah, no, like it's bad when like we're just sharing our connection to it.
Yeah. And so I mean that's a big thing. Like if you say that you're gonna step up for someone, like you have to step up for them.
And I'm sure the wife's not like a lazy person, otherwise he would have went into like, oh yeah, she's like this when she's not pregnant, but obviously she's pregnant, having some complications and whatnot.
It sounds to me like she's been put on bed rest because I mean, like, I don't know, maybe she didn't work before or whatever, but she's not going to work. She's like, you know, seeming like she's in bed all the time,
which I'm just assuming all of this is due to the pregnancy and there's complications and like he was saying, like just on the cusp of high blood pressure kind of thing. So like she shouldn't be doing much having that, right? But yeah, the mom's totally at fault here. Like I would be so choked.
And I do think that it's unfortunate, but a lot of people are jealous of a healthy relationship. Like they seem like they have a really good dynamic. Even the wife wanting him to go whilst she's pregnant with complications. Like that seems
just
like
to give him a break kind of thing, because obviously she recognizes how much he's been doing. Yeah,
like that seems like it's a really healthy dynamic. So, and unfortunately, you know, a lot of like quote unquote older marriages, like Gen X marriages,
a lot of them are truly unhappy. Like it's like a big facade kind of thing that they're putting on to make it look like they're happy, but you know, and some of them are, don't get me wrong, some people are very happy with the way their lives are, but a lot are just closeted, you know, watching tons of like true crime killing spouse type things to get ideas secretly or to like live vicariously through that.
And I do think like when you have a really solid, really happy relationship, you do sort of get attacked by those people, even if they love you. Like, I mean, we've gone through that. Like, you know, it's unfortunate, but it happens. Like, yeah, and that's kind of what this seems like.
Definitely the guy is not the asshole. He just did, he would have stayed. Like that's the big thing about all of this too, is like if you weren't gonna do it, he was willing to stay and skip it.
And I think that is the biggest thing. I mean, should he have lashed out at his mom? You know, maybe not, but at the
I feel like
time,
I love my mom, but like I feel like I would have a little bit, being like, if like, don't tell me you're gonna do something and then half-ass do it. Like if you weren't capable, or if you weren't, like if you couldn't do it, or like whatever, like just tell me. But I told you what I needed and you didn't do it. when you said you would. Like, I don't know if I would have been like yelling or anything like that, but like he said, he called her to express how hurt he was, and I would have done that for sure.
That's true. Yeah.
Anyways, that was our stories for today. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.